What you're seeing is a notebook that's probably over a decade old, but has seen better days. The coil binding is bent, not many pages are left, including the front cover, and all but one of the pages are almost torn out of the coil. What's left is a list of guitar covers I wanted to do that I made back in 2016, which is an updated version of another list I made a year prior. That and the back side that says Shipwreck Island, a water park in Panama City in Florida that I wrote down to remember the name. The list consists mostly of albums I have already finished, have yet to do, and decided not to. Which, saying it while looking at it, is confusing because it seems like I did a lot when really the crossing on the album title is the one I decided not to do, while almost all the crossings on the whole thing are the ones I have finished. Only 3 pages are left, both front and back sides, which doesn't sound like a lot, but remember I made this in 2016, and here is my progress. I haven't even finished the first page, so to make a long story short, I was an overconfident teenager back then. It all started with me coming up with a goal of covering every Cannibal Corpse album, then adding every Death album, then every Queen album, then every Judas Priest album, and then all of a sudden, it's all albums from every band I like. There are so many problems with that challenge. The first one, the most obvious, is that it could take the rest of your life, especially if you have school and or work. And you wouldn't even finish 5% of the bands you like after you die. Second, you would be torturing yourself with a song or maybe a whole album you don't care for or you don't like at all. I challenged myself to cover every Van Halen album, and I have yet to cover Can't Stop Loving You and the entire Balance album by Van Hagar. I don't mind a few songs from that era, but I don't like that album. It's really neutered, which contrasts the album with David Lee Roth. And lastly, it's just a waste of time and prevents you from doing things you want to do right now. For example, I want to create more original music and make videos on my other channels, but I was too busy covering every song from Triarchy. Well, no more. Covering every album from a band you like is not a bad challenge. You could add a few bands that only lasted 1 or a minimum of 3 albums, but it's not worth it for every band you like, let alone a band with 28 albums. Please don't do it. I was watching my old videos back in 2015, and with the 10th anniversary coming in September, here's what's gonna happen from now on. This channel will be like the old days when I first started it. I might make a new list, but no more schedules, no more requests, any song I want to cover in no particular order with no worry. That and make more original music, which I promised back in 2023. That Electric Reaper album will come out this year. And that's pretty much all there is to say.